So I'm going to plant a tomato. Tomatoes are a little weird in the planting world because you actually want to bury up to half of the stem in the dirt, because tomatoes are a vine that can root from the stem, which you'll notice if you don't prune your tomatoes, all the suckers will fall over and start to root. So if you bury half of your tomato when you're planting it, then you're allowing it to develop a much stronger root system. So for this guy, just dig a pretty deep hole, and I watered probably 4 days ago, and the soil is still pretty wet, partly because it's been really gray here, but partly because of mulch. So I'd always encourage you to mulch and just scoot away the mulch wherever you're going to plant. So I just buried half the tomato, and it's really important to press down pretty firmly and make sure that the plant has good contact with the soil. And then I'm going to scoot the mulch back. And since the soil is so wet, I'm just going to water in a tiny bit, which just helps the soil to settle even more firmly around the plant, and helps prevent transplant shock. So any plant that you plant out of a pot into the soil is just going to go through a period of readjustment, and don't worry if it looks a little wilty. As long as you water, every 3 days or so, it should be totally fine in a few days. And when I water, I like to have the hose on really low pressure right at the base of the plant. Especially for tomatoes, it's really important not to get the foliage wet, because tomatoes get most of their diseases through wet soil splashing the foliage. They're just super susceptible to all kinds of water-related viruses and powdery mildew and things like that. So whenever you're watering your tomato, make sure to just water right at the base. And that's that.